Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, our heroes are scattered through Northport. Agents of the department have surrounded Gastone's warehouse, but why? And as Asena and Haura make their way with Florence Giotto in tow, Northport Police Department is chasing them. What are they after? How do they know they're here? And will our heroes escape? Let's get back to the action. Gastone, when we last left you, you were invisible, standing in the rain. You had a government agent, a department agent at gunpoint. You said he even looked at you, he was gone. He alerted his friend, he was gone. He seems to be complying. What do you do?
Who are you? Why are you here? What are you looking for? I can't help but notice you're not talking.
Easy, easy, pal. Name's Frederick. I am a government employee. We're looking for illegal goods.
That's it? Who sent you?
The government.
Why here?
Big city like Northport, big harbor. Lots of shady things coming in and out of this place.
Can I check if he's lying?
Roll an insight check. All right. John, roll 1d20, and we're going to use that for our guy's deception. I'll add the modifier.
I like this new mechanic that you're doing, by the way. This is really nice. I literally set up a just flat 1d20 to make sure it's easy to do these now.
That's brilliant.
Also, I'm sorry, Gastone.
What the heck?
All right, here's the issue, Gastone. He's not lying. Either that or he's very good at it, or he's, nothing he said is false.
Yeah, that's the thing. But
Oh.
it's like so vague and convenient.
Mhm.
Okay. I was going to say, you and I got disadvantage, mate, so I don't know when you want to apply that.
Oh, yeah. No, we're applying that right now. But this is my disadvantage, not yours.
Yes.
So
Oh,
as you try to get a good read on him.
A 3 instead, mate.
All right, you've seen this before. This is a classic tactic. Don't lie, be calm, be compliant with your captor. If you're captive, this is the exact sort of training that they give in the department. Give them what they want, but don't give away whatever your actual cause is. Wait for reinforcements, wait for backup. And if they are onto you, you give them more while still trying to find a way to get backup.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then he feels the gun pressed against his head, and all of that goes out the window.
Yeah, I was gonna say I press it further. Miss me with the training day bullshit. I needed details. Why are you here? What is your cause? Last chance.
We're looking for an experimental facility in one of these warehouses.
Ooh, you're getting warmer.
We're also following up on reports that may be connected to a bombing in the southeast part of the city.
Mercury City?
No. More like Greenvine.
Is that the police station?
No. That, in fact, is where Dre Dodson's little garden party went down.
Oh! How the fuck did they? Okay. Questions later.
I mean, Harry
Where else are you?
made an appearance.
Where oh true. Is this the only place you're looking? Who else are you suspecting?
Sorry, Hank, not Harry.
I knew what you meant.
We have a tip. You have a lead.
From who?
Picked up some odd things coming out of this place.
That's not a tip. Someone
Power.
told you.
Power company.
Shit.
Someone's using a lot of draw for a place that should just be storing crates.
I don't buy it. That's not enough for you to immediately make the connection. Who tipped you off.
Sorry.
Hank McCarthy.
There you go. See how easy that was?
Oh yeah.
Well, too bad for you. You're not actually going to find anything here. So here's what I'm going to do, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
What was the guy's name? Frederick? You've been a big help, Frederick, by the way. I'm going to put the gun away. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to lay down a shock charge right at my feet. I'm going to also start stepping away carefully and slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm about, we'll say 15 feet away from Frederick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, I'm like 100 feet from the hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got an idea. Is there a stone near me?
Like a stone? You're in a warehouse.
A little
district.
rock, anything.
Yeah, probably a piece of
Pebble.
Yeah, sure.
Piece of anything. Great,
Yeah.
cool. So I'm immediately going to kind of toss it in one direction as if I kicked it while walking.
Classic.
The direction opposite from where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk 15 feet away. I'm going to underhand toss a flashbang. And then I'm going to yeah, I'm listening.
A flashbang will break your invisibility.
Yeah, well, so will the next thing.
Okay.
And nobody.
Combo.
So wait, just so I'm clear, where is everyone else relative to me, including like other agents and shit? Is anyone close by?
20
Will anyone be? Is anyone in like my trajectory
Yeah,
from
he's-
here to?
He's got a buddy. He has a buddy who's about 50 feet away right now. You timed this so that you had just a little bit of like 30 seconds to a minute of uninterrupted access to this guy when the other guy wasn't looking.
Gotcha. So basically being 100 feet away, and if I walk like 20 feet away, that's like 80, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone between me and the secret passage?
Nope. Streets are deserted.
Beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Frederick. You government pig. I'm going to toss the flashbang. I'm going to set off the shock charge, and I'm going to sprint, Joe. Sprint to the fucking secret tunnel door thing.
Okay. Roll. Do you have a item entry for the shock charge?
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Is this one a dud or something?
Well,
There we go.
Well, that's your
okay.
anti-robot grenade.
Okay, that's
Getting closer.
yeah.
All right. Tell you what. We're gonna cut.
I'm pretty sure it's one. I'm pretty sure they're 1d8.
I think they do more than 1d8, my friend. They're like 5 to 6d8. But
Yeah, the
you know
last
what?
time you used it was 5d8.
Let's table this. What we're going to do is I'm going to have Matt roll a Constitution saving throw for this guy against the flashbang.
Hmm.
Wow. Ooh.
18. Okay. That's pretty good. It means he's lightly disoriented, but he's not fully down and out. And then I'm just going to have you roll 68 lightning. We'll just call it there.
68.
6d8. And I'm gonna have Pods roll 2d20s because you get disadvantage. Our government agent gets disadvantage on the save because everything's covered in water.
Ooh.
2 of them?
2 of them, please. We're gonna take the worst of the 2. C.
I was trying to figure out how to do 2 rolls and then kind of do them different and I couldn't copy it.
Different.
All right. Well, here's the thing. He got a natural 1. So as he like raises his hands to cover against the flashbang, he steps on the shock charge.
Oh no.
And it's kind of this prickly metal thing, and that goes right through his shoe directly into him.
God,
And so
I've done that. That's horrible.
yeah, most of him is covered by his coat, but through like just under his hat, you can see his skull in classic cartoon electricity. And he goes down as his buddy goes, "What the?" and starts running over. Because he's dropped, he got a natural one on that save. You book it to the secret passage. I'm gonna have you roll one more thing for me: a deception dexterity check.
Mate, if this modifies it at all, Chester immediately, as soon as the flashbang and stuff goes off, runs out from his hiding place and just sits on top of the guard that's, I'm assuming, knocked out by the electricity.
Okay,
And
so
there's just this blue and purple, just
Cat.
crazy looking jungle cat just sitting on top of it like. Mm-hmm.
okay, you bolt for the secret passage. It's a DC 15 for anyone to find it, and a DC 15 for them to figure out how to activate it. And they have to know that it's there to look for it.
Sorry, I did want to, just in case, I did remember that it was raining, and I just wanted to make it clear, like, I wasn't trying to kill the guy. I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you set the charge from kill to stun.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yep. Because you can do that with electricity. That's
it's weird science, man. You can do that.
Weird science. It's purple electricity. It's the okay stuff. It's
yeah, exactly.
If I've learned anything from Star Wars, if it's circles, it's set to stun. If it's a beam, it's set to kill. Take notes,
Star
kids.
Trek.
All right. So you duck down and seal the secret passage behind you and start making your way through the tunnels to your lab. Meanwhile, in the city, Asena, the Everett he nailed that roll. He got a natural one, so he busts through the wooden gate, and now he's careening through the rain slick alleyways as Haura tries to focus the magic of the wind, just blasting it behind them, creating a powerful headwind for anyone who's heading their way, and also just shooting newspapers and trash cans and just all sorts of garbage down and the bits of the broken fence just flying through. I would like you, Pods, to roll 1d20. This is Haura's concentration check to focus on the spell as she gets tossed about. 18. Yeah, no, she's totally fine. I am going to have Gastone roll a flat 1d20 to represent the police trying to avoid the fence pole that's going to fly through their windshield.
Roll low.
11. They just barely, the windshield cracks, but it doesn't, do that thing where it like Final Destination's through. So
Yeah.
they're trying to keep pace. Is Asena doing anything? She is in a familiar situation, in a vehicle, not driving, not operating a gun. This vehicle has no weapons, being chased. At this point, does she have a protocol for situations like this?
She has a gun.
She has a gun. Yes.
An enormous turret that she stole from a battleship.
She does.
Lacunas.
Now, that thing would be really hard to wield out the window.
I know, I thought about the guns too. I'm like, should I just open fire on the police? We're gonna go full Grand Theft Auto over here.
You can see stars starting to appear above your head.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Can I talk to the police telepathically?
Ooh. Yeah, what's your range on that? Do you see your range written there?
I thought it was 60 or 120. It's one of those
the range is
two.
it's cool, so it works. Tell me what. So Asena's like as just like grinding along the sides over the lumpy brick alleyways, trash cans flying over your head and stuff. And Asena's like, all right, find a happy place, find a happy place. What does she do?
No. Okay. She's trying to figure it out. She's like really nervous. This is new, and also the police and loud noises. I think she's gonna threaten them. She's gonna threaten them in their minds.
All right. What threat is she issuing?
I
Behold, this is Ralsamon, master of the unknown.
Wait, that'd be so funny.
Right?
You either die via
Rousey
Asena or
Poo.
live
This
long
is-
enough to become Rousey Poo.
Rousey Poo, master of the unknown.
This is a villain story. Stop following us or I'll kill you.
It's straightforward. I like it.
Ooh.
Roll an intimidation check for me, please.
Okay. I'm the one that's intimidated. Very intimidated.
Starts thinking about while talking in people's minds. She starts thinking about Ralsamon and that one time that scared the shit out of her.
Psychs herself out.
Yeah, literally.
She had this weird existential crisis. Somebody else's existential crisis. Okay, so you reach out and there is a little bit of trauma left over as you're on the other side of this. You know, sometimes that can be a powerful form of reclamation, but not in this case. It's too familiar. It's too close to home. Doesn't go the way that you planned. Roll 1d20 for me to see if there are any
no.
complications in this chase, please. Pods.
Uh-oh.
14. Okay. The alleyway up ahead is heavily blocked with crates, supplies for a nearby restaurant, just, you know, boxes, pallets and pallets and pallets of cabbages. Let's just go with cabbages. You can't go wrong with cabbages. It's going to be incredibly difficult to navigate through. Unless you have some sort of a brilliant plan, I'm going to have you roll a driving check for Everett.
I got nothing.
Okay.
I could shoot at the cabbages, but
Just pull out the laser cannon and eradicate these cabbages.
They are
Okay, what
plants.
am I-
Maybe
what
you
am I
could use
checking?
your-
You're just going to roll
Key to make
1d20.
something.
This is because Everett's the one driving.
oh god.
A 3.
Hmm.
Okay. Roll 3d10 for me, please. All right. The vehicle crashes messily through the cabbages. And the vehicle takes 11 points of damage. Sure, a cabbage isn't that much, but a gigantic pile of wooden crates that are completely stationary, that'll do it. I need Asena to roll a dexterity saving throw, and I would like John to roll a dexterity saving throw, flat d20 for Haura. 21. You're fine.
A 10.
10.
Hara!
Okay. Hara staggers a little bit, but maintains her balance. I would like Beatdown to roll a dexterity saving throw for Everett, and I would like John to roll a constitution saving throw for Hara. But all these are just d20s. Just give me d20s and I'll add the numbers. All right. That constitution saving throw, she holds on to the spell barely. And Everett's still doing fine. But that being said, as you plow through and lose some momentum and the whole thing shakes, and seatbelts, I don't know if those have been invented yet. And as you're driving, one of the cars slides up in the alleyway behind you. It's now much, much closer. They're so close that they can barely hang out the sides of the windows. And they are closing the gap. They're probably only a few feet behind you. You can see the lights, the red and blue lights flickering off the sides of the alleyway as they start pulling up closer and closer to you.
Is this window open?
Yeah, I mean, there are 4 police in the vehicle, and they've got the passenger side window open. There is one of them is riding shotgun. He has a shotgun. Why do you ask?
Asena is going to pull out her spine lash.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
so she's on the passenger side.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming a car is coming in on her side.
It's behind you. So
behind.
you're going down these alleyways and it's behind you.
Okay.
So if you were both looking out the windows, it'd be like you're looking out in traffic at the car behind you, and he's also looking out at you.
Okay. We'll wait then. But she's pulling it out. She's getting it ready.
Okay. All right. Gnarly. I like it. Roll another d20 for me, please. 6.
Also, Pod's just putting this out there. Not that you want to do this, but that spell, Squeeze the Brain, is loaded up in your whip if you want to use it. It's a one-time
What
spell.
is that? I forgot already.
Basically, if you hit someone with that whip, you can explode their brain. Is basically where we're at.
Okay.
They're also stunned if
it-
they live, but you know.
Mind crush.
What if I don't hit a What if I don't hit a person?
Well,
The
if it has a
spell-
brain.
Do I get to choose when to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you hit them, you can choose to explode brain.
Good to know.
What if not explode brain?
Can I try talking to them again?
Yeah, you can absolutely try talking to them again.
Seeing how invading their brain wasn't really working well, she's going to pretend that she's their thoughts again, which is what she did last time.
It's me, your conscience.
It's your intrusive thoughts.
Remember that embarrassing thing you did like 15 years ago?
I think I should drive this car into that wall.
Matt, I have a relevant fact for you to look up. A psychological concept called the call of the void. If you could look that up, maybe if there's like a really great German name for it, that would be applicable here.
French.
Roll a deception check, please, Asena.
Okay.
12. All right. You're just like thinking to the driver, I should crash into that wall. I should crash into that wall.
You know that happens like when you're driving, you're like, ooh, I shouldn't do that.
Oh, it's called the call of the void. It's totally a thing. It's what hopefully Matt is Googling at the moment.
Yeah, it is l'appel du vide, and it's the impulse to hurl yourself into a void. And it is definitely French.
Mon ami, I have heard that sweet, sweet call once again. And the voice, every time it becomes more intoxicating and strange and less like my own. Perhaps indeed I should have some words about this, but at the moment I have a car to chase. All right. Beatdown, roll 1d20 for me. This is just a unopposed check. It's kind of a hard sell. All right, I'm going to say that it distracts him long enough that he slows down a little bit, which is convenient because remember that roll that I had you make a little bit ago?
Mm-hmm.
That roll, the alleyway suddenly comes to a stop. But it doesn't just come to a stop. It's not like the back of a building. It's overlooking a lower street. One of these streets is at a higher elevation, and that alleyway just ends, and there's another street below it and a fence in between. Everett's choices are to slam on the brakes or to go careening off a 10-foot drop onto another floor below. I'm going to take a vote because I should be playing Everett, but I'm going to have the three of you vote on what you think Everett should do. Slam on the brakes. Slam on the brakes or full send.
Full send. How are you not behind full send?
I was gonna say, well, because she's in the car.
Yeah, well, how's it feel?
Because it's gotta be one of those moments where they slam on the brakes and then the cops full send, you know?
Maybe she actually put that in Everett's mind.
Oh yeah, true.
We have an alternate here. Instead of just plunging through, we have some sort of it would be very difficult. There's very limited maneuvering room to speed past. More likely they'll slam into the back of you, but if you pull it off and you actually manage to pull under that awning where a car is really not meant to go, they'll go flying past. New vote. Do we take that risk, or do we go plummeting off?
All right, guys. How do we feel about Everett's skills as a driver? I think that's like the big thing to discuss here.
I say we let the dice decide.
Oh.
I say call to the void, and I got a 17.
Call to the void. All right, I'm with
La
it.
Perla du Vide, 17.
right.
What do you got, Pods? If you get an 18 or higher with your maneuver, you win.
I'm going to give you advantage because this is technically your scene. Roll, even though he's an NPC, he's not under your control. Just roll it twice.
Hey!
He thinks about it. He sees it, and he's about to go on the accelerator. He's just going to be like, "We're going to do this." And then at the last moment, he spots just a tiny. Oh, he's going to scrape the cab of the truck if he goes underneath there. He's absolutely going to scrape the cab of the truck. But if he pulls this off, they don't see it coming because there's a giant truck in the way. This could clear them. This could be the trick that he needs. Okay, Pods, I need you to roll 1d20 to represent Everett driving this vehicle underneath.
Okay. It's a 4.
What?
It hasn't rolled for me yet. It is a 4.
It's a 4.
It is, in fact, a 4.
I have inspiration.
Oh, good. Okay, you beat me to it. Thank goodness.
Yeah. I'll can I spend an inspiration to try again?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's an 11.
11.
That's much
Okay.
better.
I need you to roll 2d10 as the vehicle again takes damage. Crunching underneath. Okay, only 5.
He did good.
It's all right. There are 2 cars chasing them. The one in the front will be represented by Matt's roll. The one behind it will be represented by Beatdown's roll. Each of you give me a d20 to see if these vehicles can escape their fate.
Oh, 4 to an 11. Hey, 11 and an 8.
Okay, so here's how this goes down. Matt was rolling for the car in front. It screeches to a halt just in front. The car behind it does not. Pow! Smashes into it. The front car goes flying over off a 10-foot drop, bouncing and shaking. It doesn't quite flip, but it's now careening out of the way. The car behind it is now high pointed on that gap.
Ooh.
But it's blocking you in. You're now pinned in the alley with this police vehicle that's pivoting on its axle on this drop.
It isn't Tara shooting gale force winds out from behind the van?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just putting that out there.
Oh, for this maneuver to work, she would have had to temporarily turn that off so that they could slam into each other as planned. All right. As they get,
Can we just say that the one guy that Asena was like called to the void as he's going over, like, oh my god, I was right. I did it. I finally did it.
At last. And then he just kind of
slow-mo, everything around is like exploding. It's like, oh my god, this is my moment.
It's just the other police officer's hat flying off. He's like, and then all he gets is whiplash as it goes down like 10 foot and crashes into something.
Hey, you still hit him with that spine whip.
So, Asena, there's a car. There are 4 officers in it. It's sort of tilted, caught on the ledge, but your truck is right next to it and it's blocked in. The back doors swing open as the officers stumble out and start rushing towards the truck. What do you do?
I'm getting out of the car.
Okay.
And I'm headed towards the cop car's trunk.
Okay. They are on the other side, so you're opening up against the wall. You'll have to get over or under the truck. What cool Asena thing does Asena do to get to the other side of her truck?
I have to go. I have to go under or over the wall?
Yeah, let me see if I can approximate this here for you. Let's see.
If you could take us back to the cool map with all the vans.
Oh yeah, I'm going to use the cool map. I'm just kind of adjusting things here and there.
So just to make sure, we have like the lip of the thing, and the cop car is like teetering on the lip of like the. Oh, okay, cool. Well,
yeah, I'll demonstrate momentarily. Let us presume. If I can get back to this place. Where was it? Here we go.
Hey, Pods, you ever seen 300?
No.
Okay.
Let us presume
Great.
that this is the alley, and
Uh-huh.
it is very narrow. It is narrower than we see. There's a wall right here. And you pulled off into the side of a place that really shouldn't exist. It's only like this wide, basically. And here, along this line, this sidewalk is a ledge that goes down 10 feet onto a lower street.
Mm-hmm.
Their car just barely stopped. The guy who heard the call of the void drove to the other side, crashed, flipped. This vehicle is pivoting, caught on that lip.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, well, actually, I should move you people around because he's driving. You are here, passenger side, right up against this thing. They are here, getting out of the car on either side, a little bit stunned from the crash. What do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna get out of the car
Mhm.
and do one of those like slides over the hood.
Okay.
Nice.
Vault over
So
the
that-
hood.
Yeah, so that way I end up like right around here.
Okay. And Asena doesn't need to roll to vault over the hood. We're past that.
Yeah. This is
And
like easy little. She's gonna make her way right to the butt of the car,
Yes.
and I'm gonna throw it over the side.
Yes.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
This is madness.
Oh, God.
No.
good.
That's madness.
A natural 1. Why does this
That
always
one's
happen when
manageable.
you're trying to do your cool stuff? Do you want to spend
know.
inspiration on this?
I think you do.
Yeah, but like it's kinda cool.
Counterpoint. How cool would it be if you just like kicked the back of the trunk and your leg got stuck and you like went with it?
I don't know if cool is the right
Why
word for
would
that.
that be cool?
Because
Yeah,
it's like you successfully failed. You know what I mean? The test failed successfully.
I have in mind a resolution for this if the natural 1 stays. It is on Pods to decide, are you spending the point of inspiration or finding out what happens?
I like she's allowed to fail sometimes.
Okay.
I like her.
Ooh, that's a good choice. That's
She
a good choice.
Pushes past as he's trying to get out of the car, gets behind it, digs down, reaches underneath the fender, lifts with all of her might, slips because the terrain is pretty slippery, bonks her head on the trunk, the door of the trunk which popped open, bonks her head, stumbles forward into the trunk.
Oh no.
And her momentum colliding with it sends the entire vehicle over the edge. And it's not a very large trunk. These are old cars.
Oh no.
All right. So the two cops get out, and then the whole thing just thud.
Oh, that's some Buster Keaton style stuff, right?
Oh my god, that's good.
The two other officers look over their shoulder. They look over their shoulders at the vehicle that's fallen, and then they look down the alley ahead of them as Haura jumps off of the truck, bedraggled in the rain, light glimmering ominously, anime eyeglasses style off of her spectacles, as she walks towards them and static begins to build up around her. Meanwhile, John Carmichael, what are you up to, buddy?
Well, I don't know. I just teleported inside of the factory with a bunch of stuff, and I'm the size of a Hulk. What do I see? Where am I?
Okay, Gastone, describe for us again the inside of your laboratory. I remember that there's a loft, and I remember that there's a shower, and I remember there's workbenches, and a security system that can go like go into lockdown.
Pretty much all of those things you just said. There's like space that I'm immediately well, I guess at this point I'm waiting for John to bring me stuff. I'm just like making space, trying to make preparations however I can. stuff like that. Free up some outlets.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, what's the order of operations? Would John have teleported?
I think I'd have gotten there first because you were sneaking up and interrogating a guy.
That's true. Yeah,
You had to cross some ground.
Yeah.
So he would just arrive, just teleporting inside. Would the laboratory do anything to him if he teleported inside? All right.
It doesn't have like
Automated
traps or anything like that. Yeah, nothing like that.
Spend a little more time researching computers and we can arrange these things.
There's a coffee maker. It's like name. It's like name. Insufficient. No coffee for you. Oh,
sad.
It's the Mark I of the robotic assistant that you've been building.
Oh, right. You have like a weird robotic homunculus.
Very, 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 very early stages, but yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so mate, when I teleport in as this giant Hulk John, what do I see? God damn it.
You see the laboratory as scattered as it normally is.
But there's no one in here.
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Gastone, roll for me.
God damn it.
Roll a d20 that represents an investigation check.
My investigation check?
No.
Okay.
Someone else's.
Yeah, I know.
And make this roll with advantage, please.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get.
And roll 1d4, please.
That's what I get. Ooh.
Okay.
1.
Janessa, please roll for me a d20, another mysterious d20 roll.
10.
Okay. All right.
He smiles.
I'm going to roll the next one. What's your passive perception, John?
Well, my passive perception. Well, see, so here's the thing. My passive perception is a 21. I have one disadvantage, but I feel like that should be an actual roll, not like it shouldn't permanently make all my passive stuff crap, right?
The way it would work is it would be like a one-time -5 to your passive perception.
Okay, so it's a 21 unless you want to give me the -5, so it's a 16. So are you giving me the -5?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, that expunges my disadvantage, and it's a 16 passive perception.
Okay. Nope, lights are off. Everything normal.
Okay.
A lot of different chemical smells from the experiments and such.
So John looks around. Everything seems about average. And he is looking for Gastone's like workbench. Well, first of all, he looks for the workbench so he can put all the stuff down. And then he's going to find... Oh, no, he's not going to turn the light on. He's going to try and make sure there's people outside. He's going to be as quiet as can be. John is going to be sneaking around, just half measures. He's like ducking down, not used to being this big, and is kind of just creeping around, making sure that he's as careful as possible not to trip on anything.
Okay, roll a stealth check. 23. Excellent. All right. Now, are you still in Giga Chad mode or no?
Until I need to not be. Yes, I'm still Giga Chad for a little bit longer.
Okay. It's not going to take long for Gastone to catch up with you.
Is it over a minute?
Yes, it is over a minute.
Then I'm not Giga Chad anymore unless something happens between now and when Gastone shows up.
Not as far as you can tell.
What I am going to do is try to make sure that I can at least get everything like set up for him. Like while I'm still big, I want to try and make sure that I maneuver things. Like if there's stuff that's like discarded around the lab, I'm going to get it out of his way and just make sure that his workbench is ready and all the stuff is aligned as like evenly as I can make it.
Okay.
I'm somewhat of a craftsman myself, so I know at least how to prep the materials to make sure that it's easy to get to and all that.
You better hope that he's not one of those organization through chaos people. No, you moved my piles. Only I understood that.
Well, all right. Hopefully I wouldn't have ruined too much in like a few minutes for him to get here.
So
that'd be impressive.
Gastone, you've opened the secret passage because it has two sides to it, right? You've got the side near that intersection. And then you've got the side that opens up into the laboratory itself. What does the other side of that secret access look like?
It's basically It's basically like a kind of like the thing leading outside,
Mm-hmm.
where it is a ladder going up through a sort of hatch type thing into my closet.
All right, so you come out of the closet. That was an accident. Northport doesn't suffer from the same sort of prejudices that our world does. So you emerge from the storage containment unit, and you can see the lights are not on. Do you have some sort of a dark vision solution? I forget. Night vision goggles.
It is an injectable.
Yeah, so that's not currently active. So the lights are off.
Mm-hmm. That is okay. I'm just gonna, my way till I get to the actual out of the room into the lot. I guess the room light until I can find the room light. It's like you ever walked around in your bedroom with the lights off. You got to move slow, but you know where you're going.
Mm-hmm. Is your living quarters in the loft? You've got like the ground floor and you've got the loft to it. Which do you live on the ground floor?
No, on the top part.
Okay, so you live in the loft. Okay, so the entrance from the secret door into the closet would be a downstairs closet, not an upstairs closet.
No, it would be an upstairs closet.
Okay, so it runs like all the way up.
Yep.
Got it.
Hey, mate.
Yes.
Small redact. I think it makes more sense. John would start casting an alarm spell as a ritual.
Okay.
He would find like the main entrance and he'd put an alarm on there to make sure that if something was to get through, it would alert him.
Okay.
Takes 10 minutes. So
mental alarm or
mental, not audible.
Cool. All right. So Gastone, when you get in, you're able to locate John. He's by the front door and he's doing some spell stuff. He can indicate to you where your things are.
Okay. So
Chester's on your shoulder, by the way.
So all the stuff is there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The truck should be on its way, assuming everything's going according to plan. But the G-men are still out there.
Did John tell them to go back? Because I still don't think they should come here.
I never had a chance to get to them, no.
Okay. At some point then.
I don't have a way. Well, actually, I do have a way of contacting them. Crap. All right, I'll interrupt my ritual.
Mm-hmm.
It's more important. John's gonna send I'm running low. John's gonna send a message to Haura. I'd do Asena, but let's just be honest, that's not gonna go well in the arena.
Wow.
I need to make sure the information gets across.
Oh, but Matt, it would arrive as she's in the trunk of a car going over the edge.
That's very true.
I will give you inspiration if you send it to Asena.
Ooh.
Done.
All right.
Makes for a better story. Anyway.
Makes for a better story. Do it for the story.
Do it for the story. Okay. Asena, well, as the trunk finishes settling, and you're like, oh shit, where am I? You hear a message from John. Asena, this is John via a message. Do not come to Gastone's warehouse.
Go back to
the
the
department is here. Head back home.
20 words.
Oh, that was 20?
Yeah.
Oh, that was 5. Okay, no. Instead of home, head back to the Donahue Institute.
Home.
Wait instructions.
To the Donahue Institute. Wait
instructions.
Yep. All right. That's the message that you receive as Asena can mentally respond. It doesn't take
and I told you in the past that you can reply to these if you want to.
And it doesn't take an action or anything. And you can use up to 25 words.
Okay.
But she doesn't. I don't know if she knows that part, but yeah, she knows the other part.
It's dark in here. I messed up. Police here too. We'll head back if they're off our tails. I think that's it.
All right. Message sent, message received.
Afterwards, John looks at Gastone and goes, "Shit, they're being chased by the cops."
What's your passive perception score, Gastone?
15.
15? Okay.
Also, I will say I do have sensors that are already active, and since John teleported straight in, he didn't trip them because they're for the entrances, not the lab itself.
Okay, that's good to know. I need you to roll a d20 for me, please. A natural 1.
Yes.
Okay. At that exact moment, you notice a blinking red light on your sensor console. One of your grid areas is out, and it was not done expertly.
When you say grid area, you mean like power?
Yeah, power to one of the sensors has been cut.
Oh.
Not done expertly. That's surprising.
Mhm.
Well, John, we got a problem.
Well, we have lots of problems. What's the most recent one?
Sorry, we have another problem. So they tried to cut the power to a sensor, it looks like, but
Is it
I don't know.
a sensor, as in like coming in?
Yeah. So they're coming in.
Okay. John takes a really good look around.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Also, remember we're technically at like the upper ends of a warehouse, so this means they walked in the front.
Yeah.
With
26.
with disadvantage because it's dark.
One moment, please. No, I don't think I will. I'm keeping the first one. I'm using an inspiration that you just gave me.
Nah, keep it.
Oh, okay.
Is that Gastone doesn't smoke, does he?
What?
Does Gastone smoke?
No.
Okay, then whose cigarette is that?
Oh, cigarette. I was thinking like fire. I'm like, what?
God damn it.
But wait, also, who's smoking a cigarette?
What do you do?
I was wondering how long it was going to take for you to show up.
Yeah, me too. A voice emanates from a dark corner of the room that you had not yet inspected. The cherry red light at the end of a cigarette illuminates a piercing face with carved in features and just a hint of bristle looking out at the both of you from beneath his hat. Gastone, you've seen this man before.
Oh no.
The last time you saw him, he was John.
What?
There's a flashback. The camera goes, that filter comes over the camera, that slightly colored down, wobbly at the edges. The battle at the gardens. When Dre Dodson, the angel killer, and most of his angels were annihilated by fireballs, light bursts, and countless agents of the Triple Union Society died. As the police rolled up to the scene of the crime, John wove a spell of magic around himself, wore the face of a department agent, Hank
Oh, no.
McCarthy,
Yep.
pulled rank, called off the investigation, said he was taking it over. Well, it looks like Hank McCarthy took over the investigation after all.
Yep. Yep.
Asena, roll a dexterity saving throw. 14. Okay, and roll 3d10 as well.
Okay. 3D 10. 9.
9. All right. You have evasion? Do you have evasion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take no damage.
Oh, good.
from the crash because you just flipped the whole car. And I think it lands upside down. I think I like it better if it lands upside down.
Oh man.
All right, so it is now on, crunch. Completely flipped over. The vehicle takes 9 damage. The 2 officers inside. I'm gonna have to roll some of these because it's a lot easier to do the math that way. One of them manages to brace himself, but the other one takes the full 9 damage as the vehicle flips over. Asena, I would like you to roll for initiative.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, also, hey mate, quick question about your earlier question.
Mhm.
Are there rockets like commonplace in Northport?
Rockets like fireworks, like missiles?
No, like rockets, like like space program.
No, definitely not. As far as anybody knows, no Earth government has rockets. They might
How
have
about, like overland like speeders, like really like fast like vehicles.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then yeah, seatbelts aren't a thing then.
Yep. All
What are the chances that the trunk flew open when it was upside down?
Well, for a point of inspiration, the chances would be 100%.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. You burn inspiration. How much do you have left?
4.
4? Okay. Did I grab everyone? Yes. All right. So the trunk has now and here's what else I'm thinking. You go in the trunk, it goes, it lands face down. The vehicle lands face down. The windshield smashes. The lights go pop, pop. And then the whole thing, crunch. And then at the very, like a moment after it lands, the trunk goes, boing.
They just roll out, tumble out.
Okay. The 2 officers are going to go first. This one is going to pull himself out of the wreckage. Actually, he's going to have to roll to extricate himself from the vehicle. So we're going to start with that. Yeah, he pulls himself out of the vehicle, stands up, looks around. There's a 10-foot high thing in front of him. He didn't see you go into the trunk. So he runs forward and he's going to try to climb his way back up with an athletics, not acrobatics check. Yep. So you see him just climb past you to get up top. The other one is going to use his special ability. Stop right there, criminal scum! On Haura.
That's a good ability.
He's got Haura at gunpoint. If she moves or takes any actions other than getting on the ground, he will make an immediate firearm attack with advantage.
Ooh.
It's like a ready to action, but better. Asena, it's your turn.
Okay.
So you're probably wondering how I got here.
Okay, so there's one guy next to me and everybody else is on the roof.
There's one guy in the car, so you can't really see him because
Okay.
he's in the car.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we got our music back. Okay.
Aw, yeah.
Asena is going to jump. She's not going to scale the wall, but sort of like jump and hang off like the top.
Mm-hmm.
And spine lash the stop right there, criminal scum.
Okay.
Ooh.
Roll the attack.
Hopefully she doesn't get him.
You have advantage on.
Shoots.
You have advantage on this attack because he has no idea that this is coming his way.
Okay. 15.
All right. Slash. He takes the damage. You can make 2 attacks, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, your second attack.
Well,
Nice.
that
Now,
one doesn't get advantage, or?
no, the second one also gets advantage. If you want, with a whip, you can replace one of your attacks and attempt to trip or disarm him.
Yeah. I want to trip him.
Okay.
Or like pull him back down the 10-foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come over here.
but you definitely hit him. He got a 16 on his saving throw. So roll an athletics check for me. Roll an athletics check. And this is a magic whip, so I'm going to give you +1 on this.
Ooh, nice.
9.
Unfortunately, not. Got a 2.
Not
Ugh.
nice enough.
All right. Do you want to let that ride?
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets smacked, did not see that coming. He still has a ready to action, but his advantage is gone because his, Actually, you know what? As he gets attacked, the gun goes off.
Ah.
Hopefully not hitting Haura.
Not with advantage.
What?
Yay!
Yep. Blam! It just goes off into the sideline.
God, he needs better gun control. Jeez.
Cool.
You know what?
I know, right?
This guy has a shotgun. Boop.
Uh-oh.
I mentioned one of them was riding shotgun.
Literally.
All right, so the lower ranking officer who is in the car is going to try to extricate himself from the vehicle. He is stuck as the vehicle is flipped upside down, which I should put a little flippity floppity on it. He is stuck, he accomplishes nothing. The other one, who's behind him, sees you hanging over the edge and is going to run up and hit you with his stick. He's got a nightclub in one hand and a gun in the other. He sees you hanging there trying to grab the other one, and he has advantage because you're mantling onto the side.
Yeah.
So he's going to just try to beat you over the head.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Dang.
Bonk.
Ow! Stop resisting! Ah!
He bonks you. You take 12 points of damage, and you have to roll a strength saving throw to keep holding onto the wall
Okay.
because he bonked you good.
Gosh.
A natural 1.
I'm guessing I don't stay on the wall.
Gosh.
Cartoon
Ow.
chesters float around your head, and you fall 10 feet and land prone
Ouch.
and take 1d6 damage. Go ahead and roll 1d6 for me.
1d6?
From the fall. It's a 10-foot fall.
Yeah.
Normally you'd be fine, but you just sort of got clobbered, so.
But what about my slow fall?
I'm gonna say, I don't think.
Does that take a reaction to use it?
Yeah.
You can use your reaction if you want to skip 1d6 damage.
Do I?
I don't think it's a reaction. I'm pretty sure that's just
No,
I
it's
think
a
always
reaction.
happens. It is? Oh, wow.
Mhm.
I'll take it just in case somebody tries to shoot me right now.
All right, you take 1 point of damage.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, it is Hara's turn. She uses her action to turn the wind back on. And so suddenly there's this incredibly strong wind blasting over your head. The 3 police who are still up here all immediately brace themselves against it. All their attacks have disadvantage because they're firing into the wind. Any movement forward is going to cost them double. And the guy who was busy bonking you he had his back turned. He was not expecting that. He rolls a saving throw. He should not have advantage. He got an 8. So as he hits you and you go falling down, you can see he's got his gun out and he's about to lever it at you. And then the wind hits him and he goes topsy-turvy directly over and lands on top of you.
Oh my god.
He takes 4 points of damage and he is prone.
Ow.
And you don't take any damage, but it's oof as he lands on you.
Can this just end up as a big pile?
Oh, let's see here. I don't think Hara has any bonus. Oh, no, yeah, she has a bonus action. She's going to intimidate.
Yeah.
"19. As she stands there, her shadow seems to spread out from her, blocking more of the light than a mere human would, like wings spreading out around her. The alleyway fills as these pitiful moonthrecs are suddenly faced with the realization that they are the prey here. Not only can this person control the very winds themselves, but there's something unnatural, something supernatural about her. An ancient primal fear that humans have barely felt since we left the woods and our caves. Roots itself within their souls. And then Everett gets out of the car and just punches one of them in the face.
Let's go, Everett.
Nice.
Gastone, why don't you roll 1d20 plus 4 for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pow! He just steps out of the car and punches the guy who has a flipping shotgun in the face. And it's not going to do much damage. It's just fisticuffs, right? It's not very much.
Yeah.
So he only takes 2 points of damage. And he immediately rolls a saving throw. Matt, roll 1d20 for me. And this guy's saving throw on strength is +3. 1d20 +3 or just 1d20 and we'll eyeball it.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I didn't mean to have that.
That's fine. We're taking the first of the two. As he gets punched, loses his footing, is standing in gale force wind, and goes falling over into the pile.
Yeah, join us.
He takes 4 points of damage and lands prone.
One of us.
All right. It is now Northport Police Department's turn. What does he do?
Join the pile. He just jumps off and goes, I don't get paid enough for this.
I'm gonna have Gastone roll a wisdom saving throw for this officer. 1d20 +1, please. The R and the slash go the other way around. I gain 1 experience point.
Hey, we never agreed on that.
Okay. So he sees this being standing there driving the winds at him. All of his friends just went flying over the edge. He is going to use his action to withdraw. He backs up and he's going to kip down the wall
Nice.
and start yelling that he needs backup. We need backup. Backup! Where's my backup? That being said, he does see Asena on the ground underneath one of his officers. Nah, one of his officers that's going to make that too difficult. He will use his other action to hoist the officer who fell down back up to his feet.
Yep.
That officer is going to get behind the car and ready in action. He doesn't have anybody who he can directly say stop right there, so he's just going to ready in action with his shotgun to blast anybody who pokes their head over the edge.
Oh my god.
Asena, it's your turn. There's one officer standing next to you, and I'm going to go ahead and get his gun. Cha! And there's one dude who's just sort of plopped on top of you. And you are prone. What would you like to do?
Well, I want to get that guy off me. Can I throw him?
Yeah, you'll have disadvantage, but so will he. Roll an athletics check with disadvantage, please.
Okay.
And I would like Gastone and John to each roll 1d20, representing this guy's 2 rolls with disadvantage, taking the worst of the 2. 8 and a 14. All right, with the 8, you definitely are able to shove him. Where did you want to throw him?
I don't know. On the car.
Okay.
Wow.
Oof! You're able to rise to your feet. That's going to take one of your 2 attacks.
Okay.
You have a second attack. What would you like to do with it? You have Spine Lash drawn.
I guess I do have Spine Lash. Getting into the music.
I know it, Bob.
Okay. Yeah, we'll use Spine Lash on him. We won't bring out the punches just yet.
All right, and who are you hitting with that? The one who you just smashed into the car, or the one standing?
No, the guy standing next to me.
Okay, roll it. That's a hit. The whip made of human vertebrae cuts across, tearing his uniform. He yells in "What the hell?" which is a little-known dialect from just north of Zolkia. Do you want to deliver the squeeze the brain spell?
Oh.
Every time you hit, you have the choice to deliver the spell
You only get one of them.
until it's reloaded.
Yeah.
I mean, heck yeah.
This
it's gonna
kills
look
the crab.
Really cool.
Just putting that out there.
It's gonna look really cool, and I can like use it to intimidate everybody else.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Do you want to use that?
Yeah.
Okay. John, roll 10d6 psychic damage.
Holy shit.
A lot of ones,
35.
but also a lot of 5s and 6s. And 4s.
Are we really killing cops? I really hope they're not actual cops.
Well, blood leaks from this guy's ears. He clutches at his head, he gibbers, and then he falls down.
We're not
He
that
does get a
great,
wisdom
Dad.
save, mate. He does get a wisdom save.
Oh, sweet. Gastone, roll a wisdom save.
You gotta beat a 19, but you know, good luck.
Oh, I'd
Yeah,
almost
no.
Not
20.
quite. No, he is down. He is down. All right.
And Asena will use that moment
Mhm.
to look at the cop at the front of the car. I told you to leave us alone, or we'll kill you.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh my.
22.
We're out here killing cops.
I guess so.
All right. Asena, as you do that, the guy who you just decked on the hood of the car, actually the car's upside down, so you just sort of shoved him into the car. He flips himself over and he just sees the scene of horror as the spell crushes this guy's brain. And he flees. You may use your reaction to make an attack of opportunity if you choose.
I'm gonna let him go.
Okay.
Well, what if he tells people? I'm all of a sudden become this like
I thought you were saving your
Cop
reaction
killer.
to catch bullets.
I was.
Guns don't kill people. Asena kills people.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Dude, there's gonna be one of those just enormous flower memorials at the base of this wall.
I sound like one of those murders that's like, oh no.
How many men
feel
does
you.
it take to deliver a message? One.
He knows what I look like.
Oh man.
I
It
didn't
took
know
me a
Batman
really
was in
long
the
time
law.
to understand that,
That was a deep-
what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let him go.
Okay.
That means the rest of them must die.
The other one is still stuck in the car. The roof crushed and pinned.
Is this video game like effects? Is the car like on fire now? It's gonna blow up in a minute.
Because it flipped upside down.
Is it upside down?
No, it's definitely not going anywhere, but it's not on fire.
Yeah.
Haura stands on the edge. She walks out over the edge with the wind blowing past her. The lightning strikes behind her, casting her in silhouette. The classic animated Batman theme plays.
Yeah.
That's a concentration spell. Yeah, why not? No, yeah, that's why not. All right, she's gonna stand out over the edge and look the guy who has the shotgun who is aiming at the edge dead in the eye. Just look straight at him. Beat down. I would like you to roll 1d20 to represent Haura. A 7. And Matt, I would like you to roll 1d20 with disadvantage to represent.
Ooh, natural 1.
Okay. So he drops the gun. Like he's looking up at her as she stands there. He's looking at what's happening. His hands start to shake. He drops the gun. And he has the frightened condition on him.
Oh, nice. Dragon fear, baby.
Haura looks down at Asena and says, "We're leaving." And turns around and just starts walking back to the truck.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Everett mounts up. The officer who dropped the shotgun bails. No longer under his own volition at this point. Something else has taken a hold. Asena, it's your turn. There's one still stuck in the car, one of them has fled, and one of them is bleeding out.
I'll jump up the wall and return to the car.
Okay. The car inches out over the edge, takes a moment to pull like a several point turn, weaves its way into the alleyways. And as more sirens arrive down below, as the backup pulls up, the vehicle carrying the three of you and Florence Giotto is nowhere to be seen. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Meanwhile, back in the warehouse, John and Gastone, you were not alone in here. Hank McCarthy, a face you've only seen and maybe know by reputation. Gastone, give me a history check, why don't you? $23.
Nice.
Hank McCarthy. Very little known about him. Not local to Northport. Works for the department. The Commonwealth Department of Investigative Services is divided into... Well, the Commonwealth Investigative Service is divided into multiple departments. When somebody says the department, they have one department that focuses on financial crime, one department that focuses on organized crime. There's several of them, actually. It's not one department, but they always refer to it just as the department. They would be the ones looking into crimes that are across multiple provinces, crimes involving corruption at the highest level, crimes involving foreign operatives, that sort of thing. There is not a lot of information available about Hank. The only reason that you have anything is because you've been in the vigilante business for a while. His name has come up a couple of times. People usually disappear when he appears. Otherwise, his file is nearly blank. It's less that you have a file on him and more that you just have like a file of... Like, you can't observe a black hole. You can only see its effect, its gravity on things nearby.
Yeah.
Same with Hank McCarthy.
Ah, yes. That guy.
And he's in your house. What do you do?
I'm gonna draw a gun on a government agent.
Did it once.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about that, and I don't think he. I don't. I'm gonna keep it that way. But I'm gonna reach for a flashbang instead. Just like really slowly, just like slowly reaching into my let's say like my back pocket, being like, "Hey man, How'd you get in here? Who are you? Can I help you?
Took a little digging to find the place. Fancy wiring you've got up front. Honestly. Covered your tracks so well, I wouldn't be surprised if I was the one behind it.
Behind what? What are we talking about?
Oh, whatever's going on here. That little thing, that little party that went down in the gardens of late.
What garden? Look, man, I'm a big fan of the 1930s or whatever year we're in crime shows too, but I'm gonna need you to drop the vagueness. What is this?
Your friend's being awful quiet.
Not much more than you. You haven't said much. You just keep misdirecting.
Gastone, you're keeping your you're reaching for the grenade pretty secret, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mate, with what I notice, what he's trying to do.
Gastone, roll sleight of hand. $13. You have a very high passive perception, John.
Yeah.
So yes, you do notice.
John would kind of turn a little bit towards Gastone, keeping his having his, coat up and kind of whispering into the corner of his coat, sending Gastone a message. No. Don't do it. Not with this guy. We need to talk our way out of this. If you pull arms on him, you're attacking a government agent. Nothing illegal here yet. Let's just see how this plays out.
So, yeah, I guess someone will just like very subtly nod his head and pull his hand back out. So, still wondering why you're here, bud?
Well, the power company complained. Something about being way 3, 4, 5 times over quota. Like to help in and assist with the municipal districts from time to time.
They get paid all the same.
It's true. See, I got a report that I was in charge of the investigation at the bombing over the Triple Union Society. And I figured that as long as it was on the paperwork, I might as well take care of it myself. You don't pass over a juicy investigation like that. No. So I did some digging around. He walks, keeping his front turned towards the two of you, not turning his back on you, running his hand along some of the paper, just sort of like picks up a schematic that you've got, sets it down. So I was thinking, causes a big old blast like that without any major gas works. That's what we usually tell folks. It was the gas. Never know when those things are gonna blow. What causes a big burst like that? Sunlight in the middle of the night. Half of Northport's most well-renowned citizens go missing all in the same day. Makes a man wonder. Makes a man start thinking.
You know, even though you call them renowned, in the same breath, you could also call them shady.
Renowned.
How do you know they didn't do themselves in with whatever plots they like to scheme?
I'd probably have to talk to one of them, wouldn't I?
Well, with how they like to run rampant, I'm surprised you talk to any of them at all.
They can be quite forthcoming under the proper social circumstances.
I'm sure.
Yeah. You know, Studio City's never gonna be the same. Tobias Nash, gone.
What a shame.
Everyone's favorite radio host, gone. You ever find Charlotte Carver?
Who?
Yeah, Charlotte Carver. She wasn't there that night. And I have the distinct impression that she was invited. You probably would have heard about some of her upcoming pictures. Big starlet, always across the the billings, the posters from Tobias Nash. Yeah, she ran with that particular circle of theirs. So, when half of her closest friends and social calling cards went dead, we tracked her down, had a little talk, learned a thing or two. Went knocking on old Foster Talon's apartment. That was a shithole in downtown, wasn't it? Did some digging around there. Found a few things missing from his place. You know, I got plenty of questions for you, and most of them aren't even about most of this stuff. Not yet, not at the moment. But first off, I want to know, he turns to John. There isn't another Carmichael, is there?
It depends on who you ask.
You. You'd be the expert.
You know, Hank, I'd say your reputation precedes you, but much like my friend here is pointing out, you do a lot more talking for someone of your station than I figured you would. You seem to be making a lot of assumptions, pointing a lot of fingers, and I don't think that my detective agency nor my friend's laboratory here have much to do with anything that you've mentioned so far. I know you happen to work for a rather, let's say,
Clandestine.
form of the government. That's right. Despite that, I'm pretty sure you still have to make sure that you get permits and you have a paycheck and rules to follow just like everybody else. And you can't just roll up here without, you know. What's your reason for being here, Hank? People have rights, and just because you've got a hunch doesn't mean you can go trap some of people's territory.
I wouldn't take you for the civics lessons type.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't take you for breaking and entering, but here we are.
Tell you what, gentlemen. You two and your friends have been causing a ruckus all over the place. I think I can track you to the scenes of a few ugly situations. Few difficult to explain situations. Situations that I would like to discuss with you in greater detail. Back at my place.
Ooh. You had me up until the last line, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You don't like my place?
Love what you've done with it. Don't understand half of this stuff.
It's a work in progress.
Mr. MacArthur, let me ask you, you tend to work with vigilantes, hero types. The action people seem to be pretty cushy with you. Much like others in your organization, I would assume that, especially considering in the last, 20 years or so, things have been getting a little bit odd. You've had people in Northport alone running around with various sorts of quirks, powers, whatever you want to call them, different things that are making things a little bit difficult for you and yours, I would assume. Different issues that you've had to readjust and maybe create a whole new department to cover. I think you're gathering information, which is admirable. I mean, gosh, Gastone and I do the same thing. Many of us do. But, I think, in fact, I would suggest, and John cast the suggestion spell, you approach this from a different angle. You should be kinder to the people who help you. And I think you might want to take a long walk and think about why you're here.
What's the DC on that?
It's a 19.
Okay.
And I can't do anything to affect that.
Wow.
Nah.
That was an incredibly good roll, mate.
Nice only ever got me so far. I want you boys to come down with me. I want you to tell me everything you know about the Angel Killer. I want to know everything you know about Mr. Lincoln Giotto.
Ooh, not enough.
I want you to tell me about any conversations you may or may not have had with General Sugomo. And I want you to tell me where you're really from, Mr. Carmichael. And this conversation will take place next week on Coriander Society Adventures.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Bum, bum, bum.
Tons of fun today, folks. Thank you so much for your support, for your act of God. Thank you for putting a Comedy ruin in the path of the Omelon war machine. And all of these questions will probably turn into more questions when we return. Take care, everyone.